Okay, that feels better. Hi everybody, welcome to the show. Today is episode 48, October finished projects. We don't have that many. And like our main October project, the last clue comes out on Friday, when this is uploaded. So we don't have our main project finished. We do have other stuff though. So I am wearing, this is all about that brioche in the Maleficent colorway from a Knit Disney. It was Knit Disney and, oh God, it was the other one, Laser Sheep. And the bag was by Knots Lady. I don't have the bag, but it was a whole, every year they do a Knit Disney, and it has a theme. And I just happened to stumble along it was the year for Maleficent, so I splurged and got it, and I'm gonna be happier. And then I got this little it's actually a hair accessory of Diablo, which is Maleficent's raven, and her staff. So I use it as a shell pin. Sometimes I use it in my hair, but I mostly use it as a shell pin for this shawl. It's one of my favorite, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is cashmere. So this is one of my favorite things, because here's her with as the dragon, and then here's her dress. And then I love in the brioche where they alternate and mix. I thought it was a great paired colorway, because one was like her and the other was her dragon, so I loved it. So that's what I'm wearing. I'm gonna wait a little bit to go into finished items, because that's the whole point of this show. So I do not have any whips, because my last whip I finished at 2:30 last night, and then I blocked it this morning. But since today is actually, because we record, it's the 27th of October, so I still have let's count today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I still have 5 days in October, and we're done with everything that we had planned, except for the shawlography, which again, I'll wait till the end and give you plenty of warning before you see any spoilers. So we've done everything that we planned to do. So, since I still need to knit, obviously, these are my last two Northampton Valley yarns in Midnight Heather, which is a blue and purpley heathered, and Nebula Heather, which is gray and a tealy turquoise. Yeah, tealy turquoisey, weird color. So one of these, I have 2 balls. I have 200 grams. So I make a shirt, a top for me, and then I make Lola's sweater. And because my shirts kind of can go on until I run out of yarn, but the sweaters are done when they're done, like there's an actual ending. So I'm going to make her sweater first before I start the top, which is, I usually do it the other way, but I'm going to do it this way, because then I don't have to guess how much I need left to have to start with. So I haven't chosen a color yet. My husband picked the Midnight Heather. I'm kind of leaning towards the Nebula Heather. But I mean, they'll both get done, and in 5 days, I could probably have a sweater and a top. So I gotta pick one of those. Not sure which one. But I'm gonna cast on like as soon as I wrap up here, because I have nothing else to do. I did get some dyeing done. I got all my swatches done except for the one blue. There's a midnight blue that I did not swatch because I don't really like blue. So I figured I could wait on that one. But the other, I swatched Spruce, which is a little bluey green for me. But I think it'll look good with green. I think it'll darken up green nicely. I got deep purple, which is a nice actual, like the actual color of an eggplant. I don't like the color eggplant because it's not what color eggplants actually are. You know what I mean? Eggplants aren't actually that eggplant color. They're a darker, almost black purple. And I love that color, but I don't like that aubergine type of color, like a warm purple. That's not even what they look like. So I got aubergine, deep purple, and claret, and the claret just looked like blood. It was really weird. So those I swatched this morning. They're still drying, so I won't know till tomorrow what the actual colors are. So this is my undyed skein of the contrast color for Witchling, because I dyed since black just goes in a pot, I dyed the ones I needed for Witchling because I decided on black, and I dyed the ones for my hat. Remember, we're doing a hat next month, and I was gonna do the Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, right? The Peruvian Highlands, whatever that one is. But then I remembered that I have Cash Aran in my stash, so I dyed 2 skeins of Cash Aran, and I'm going to make a 2-layer hat, and I'm hoping it'll be big enough. So we'll see, because I'd much rather have a Cash Aran than a Peruvian Highland. Well, I mean, I might do both, who knows. But remember, I was saying I heard that non-superwash was warmer than superwash, and I'm not sure if that's true because I obviously have not tested that out. Also, so this is done, but these aren't getting started until the 1st, but they're all ready except for my contrast color that I haven't. I was wanting to do the green from Typo Negative's Bloody Kisses album, but that green is weird because it's like a minty green, but then it's not. And I'm like, I don't have the time in like 5 days to do, you know, I remember the story of how long it took Peter to pick that green, but I don't have the time to do that. So I'm hoping one of my swatches that I did today will call to me and it'll want to be this. But I really, if I can't decide, I'm probably just gonna go with Oxblood at 5% and have it really, really red, because then it'll be really, really red against really, really black, and that's fine. Plus, I don't have any red. I have burgundy, but I don't have any red, and I don't have any black and purple, but I think my purple might be too dark for that, and I kind of want it to pop a little bit. Like, I would probably do the darker purple as the all over color and then have that pop with something else, which is maybe what I'm planning for my second one. If I get that dark purple, dark purple, and I mean dark purple. Like, I did the deep purple at 5% and I was like, that needs like black on it. So I'm going to play around to see if I can get that black, you know, dark purple, almost black color that I'm going for. Also, I'll talk about that in Dye Project. No, will I talk about it now? Maybe I'll talk about it now. So let's talk about the shop, because the shop is supposed to open today when you're watching this, but I think I'm pushing it back to Sunday, to actual Halloween, just to give us a little bit more time. If you remember, I was telling you the bases I wanted to do, and one of those bases was 100% superwash merino, which I have never dyed before. I have dyed blends. I have dyed non-superwash. This shirt that I'm wearing is a non-superwash merino and alpaca blend that I overdyed 3 colors black. Like, I made this top in 3 different colors because it's my leftovers. Because it takes... Anyway, the leftover of 3 of these, so I can either make Lola 3 sweaters or I can make myself another top. And I love this base so much that I wanted a 3rd top. So I have it in 3 colors, and then I have it in black. And so I made it in the colors, and then I overdyed it all black. That did not felt. That had no problem. Turned out fine, just like the rest of them, like no problems. I did this non-superwash merino, and it felted, like not terribly felted, but felted enough that I am not selling that. I might sell it at a discount. The color came out gorgeous. Not at all what I was expecting, but again, I've never done 100% superwash, so it was kind of an experiment to begin with, and I wanted to see how it took the dye, because I've dyed, like I said, I've dyed non-superwash merino, but it's never been 100%. There's always been nylon in it, and nylon, I know, takes dye in a fantastic way. I think it also maybe helps to keep it from felting. I'm not sure, but that stuff felted, not badly, but enough that I'm like, ugh. So I have 4 skeins of fingering, so I might make a top for myself because it's a really pretty color. So I might keep it and make a top because I'll wear it. It's not unusable. It's just, to me, it could be sold as seconds, but I think what I'd rather do is do that same colorway I was planning, but do it on the platinum sock that I dye all the time, and I know the colors come out fine on. Because I really like the technique I did. I really like, because I did it on non-superwash and superwash, because I want 2 different colors. One was one color, one was like turquoise, and one was pink. But the pink turned purple. And it's beautiful though, like, and then the black turned purple too. So it was like really deep, like an aubergine. It's a very, very warm purple, very, very pretty. Not at all as I was going for, but it's pretty. So I think this technique that I did, I really want to explore it a little bit more with the colors, with different colors, because I just really like how it came out, and I'm wanting to do one of them on an Eleanor base to see what it dyes up at, because this isn't even one of my things. This is 3 different colors. So the technique is basically the 1/4 color. If you remember back at the beginning of the year, we had 1/4 color. I divided the skein into quarters, and 1/4 was black. So the tip had color and the rest was black. So I did that, but I did something fun in that 1/4. That I'd like to explore and have a little bit more fun with, because I love having a lot of black, but I like having a little pop of color in there. But I didn't want to have, like, if you remember the 1/4 color, I don't have it here. It was a little bit of silver and black. So you had these little pops of silver through it. So I kind of wanted to go darker, and to have less contrast, because that was for contrast purposes, so you would be able to see, because when I do the dark colors, you can't see them. So I'm going to be Thursday and Friday, and maybe Saturday too. I'm not sure. I don't know how long it's gonna take me, but I still have more dyeing to do before I'm ready for the shop opening. So because it's been rainy and miserable, and we did not have a heat source in here, so when it's too cold, when it's 40 degrees, I can't come out here and dye because it's too cold. But we have a heater now, so I should be able to at least finish up, and we got to figure out some way to get me through this winter, being able to keep this up. So anyway, did I already say this? Did I tell you I'm going to do a separate shop update opening video? This is an episode. I'm going to do a completely separate upload when the shop is open, and I will show you all my colorways that I have, and I'll put that up when they are available, which the latest will be Halloween, Sunday, Halloween. Also, I didn't cut my hair. It's up in a bun, okay? I took a nap earlier and I had a hat on and my hair looked terrible and it wouldn't do anything, so I just put my hair. I feel like I look like grandma or a librarian or something. It's weird. So you can watch for that video if you you can always try the link below to the website. That's where the shop will be at the website. Our big project this month for October was the blanket cardigan. Didn't we start this last month? I feel like everything we did this month was carried over from the last month, right? Because we were trying to get ready for shellography. So this was started last month, finished this month. I just reblocked the sleeves, because remember I did the sleeves and then I realized I didn't reblock them because they were tighter than the rest of the sleeve, and I was like, what's happening? So see, this goes, so I should have no trouble with that being big enough. Added pockets that you probably cannot see. Again, my only complaint with this is the yardage, is that I went way over yardage. Like, did we say how many? I went to like 9 balls and I had 8 and it called for like 6. So that's a giant leap of yardage. So I don't know, I'm not sure what the problem was. But if not for that, I would do this again. I'm still not sure about the size. So I do feel like for a small, it's kind of small. And I mean that, like, you're not going to be able to wear a lot. I will not be able to wear a lot underneath this. Which I always feel like you should say how much positive ease it has, because then it lets me know if you're because an outer garment should be should incorporate that positive ease to go over. Like when you buy a winter coat, okay, it may say it fits a small and it might give you a bust size of like 32. That doesn't mean that it's going to fit you snug at 32 because it's a winter coat. It has to, you're not going to be going out in a tank top. You're going to have, wearing thicker clothes underneath. So like things like winter coats are built in with more ease, which is why if you try them on and you're not wearing a sweater, you're not going to get a good fit of how it fits you. So if you're going to buy outerwear, wear something that you would normally wear when you were going to wear that outerwear. Do people not know this? So my only problem with this is that I don't think I can wear anything thicker than a fingering weight top under this, especially because of the arms. And unfortunately, I didn't have enough yardage to make it bigger. And because there is no sizing information, there is no positive ease information, I don't know if a medium would be too big. A medium might be too big. So I don't know. I honestly, so much would have could be done away with if they just added in how much positive ease it has. Because it's really kind of tight on not tight on my sleeves, but it's fine if I'm wearing a tank top, but it's like a fall accessory. I should not be wearing a tank top under this. I should be wearing, you know, it looks more like an outerwear piece, not like a heavy winter coat, but like a jacket, like you could, like a swing coat, like you could wear this out over a sweater. You know what I mean? Which I don't think that's going to happen with the sleeves. With the body, maybe, because the body's pretty big around, but the sleeves, no. I actually might take a look at the medium and figure out the sleeve difference. And, but that's if I was going to make it again. And I don't know, because I don't have 8 million yards of, seriously, 9 balls, almost a complete 9 balls. And that was at, what, 218, I want to say, times 9, 1962, and the thing called for 1300, I'm pretty sure. 1300. So that's over 600. Right? It calls for Lion Brand Mandala. So I did get gauge, but I even used a heavier weight yarn. So that should have come out bigger. Yeah, 1,300 yards. 1,300 yards for the small. I used 1,962. So be aware. And then I saw another one of her patterns that was kind of cute, and because it was hers, I was like, no, because I can't count on that yardage. I can't count on that yardage being right. So I'm not sure I would make that again. If I had like 9 balls of yarn is ridiculous for a sweater, for a cardigan, 9 balls. Anyway, I like it and I wear it. I just don't know how often I'll be able to wear it if I can only wear, thin sweaters underneath. That's my point. Anyway, can we stop talking about this? Our other finished item is what I've named Halloween. Do I have an aesthetic or what? Do I have some favorite colors? Halloween Eleanor. Halloween Eleanor. This was actually an overdye from one of my favorite dyers. It was the first skein I ever bought from her, and it had a whole lot more white than the picture, so I decided I don't like a lot of white. I don't like a lot of undyed fiber in my colors because obviously, goth girl TM. I like black. So we overdyed. Remember, we have some orangey bits in here. It was orange and purple, I think, speckles. Yeah, there's some purple here in the orange. And I'm glad it didn't go brown because I thought for sure it could go brown, and it didn't. It didn't. It's not bright orange, but it's like you can tell it's orange. You can for sure tell it's orange. Some of them are darker than the others, but I would not call any of them brown. I did go light on this. I think I did I want to say 0.5% depth of shade for the purple and the green, and I think was it half the skein? I'd have to check the pictures, but I think it was half the skein. So I did a 0.5% in half because each was half. I mean, half of that, and then so it was technically each color was getting a quarter of the skein at 0.5% depth of shade. Does that make sense? I'm sure I talked about it before, but when I get the blog up, I eventually will put the blog up with the maths of my dyes that I shared with you. I did really kind of get close to this. Surprise! The other finished project that we have is still blocking, and I have not cut the ends off, and you're not going to be able to see anything, but this is the double layer hat. It's got a bunch of animal fur on it, but that's okay because my friend won't mind at all. This is... I zhuzhed it. I soaked it, then I zhuzhed it, and then I put it on an empty pretzel container. So this has the brim that will come up, you know. It's going to be a little bit longer than the one I made for me, and then I don't know if you can see the swirls on the top. Yeah, see those pinwheels on the top? These are the ends I got to cut. But I pulled through both tops together through that hole. So it'll stay, so the hat is connected at this point. And I think it helps it lay flatter at the head part. So this is done. So these are 3 things we've got done. The only thing left is shawlography. So anyway, this hat is what I'm making out of the cash Aran. So it'll be just like this. I don't know how big it'll be, but we're going to do that. Starting in November. So for the next 5 days, I'm going to make Lola's sweater and a top. And my days are probably going to be dyeing. For the shop. And my last color for Witchling, which I'll probably pick tomorrow, hopefully. This is going to be like my shortest episode ever, and I'm trying to think if I had anything to talk to you about that I could fill up some more time. Besides TV shows that I'm watching. Yeah, let me see what we got. So we got, yeah, I'm not starting anything from November yet. Those wait till November 1st. We'll cast on Witchling, and I'll probably cast on the hat that night. Because I'm not going to be dyeing on that day because I already dyed stuff. So I should be done dyeing by that Monday. So I should just be casting on the Witchling. See, I want everything done Thursday and Friday so I can finish the shawlography. I want to get that done, as much of it done before I start the Witchling. Okay, so yeah, shawlography, blanket cardigan, fingering weight Eleanor, and double layer hat. So we did all that. Okay, so I guess all we have left is the end of shawlography. That's all I got, guys. There's a little gnat in here. I hate gnats. Oh my god. I hate them. I'm sorry, I got like no sleep last night because I made the cat sleep in my room with me. Because he sleeps out here at night. And it's like cold. It's getting colder now. So I was like, he's going to come in and sleep with me and Lola. And he doesn't. He wants to run around, and he wants to try to open the door, and he wants to play with the kitten, and he wants to open my yarn wall, and he wants to climb up the stairs because I have a humidifier. It's actually an essential oil diffuser, but I just don't put essential oils in it. I just use it as a diffuser or as a humidifier next to my bed because it cuts the price in like half if you don't use the word humidifier. But it turns colors and, you know, blows the vapor out. And so he's like, what is this? And he just recently learned to drink out of the tap like a big boy. So I was like, oh, it's too cool for him. So then today I asked all my friends, because, guys, I have not had a cat since I was 16 years old. And that was totally different because those cats, I didn't live in the best home. It was very chaotic, and there was a lot of yelling and noise. You know, it was noisy and yelly, and my dad was an alcoholic, so it was pretty scary a lot of the time. So each cat like hid in their own room, and none of them got along with each other. I think because just the environment was so chaotic. I just thought that's how cats were. I thought cats are terrible pets. Why does anyone want to have these? And then Tormy lived, and I couldn't bear to give him up, and I was like, well, what are we gonna do with this cat? And he wasn't like the cats I had growing up. He was very outgoing and playful, and he wanted to explore, and he wasn't afraid. He was fearless. He wasn't afraid. Like, he'll walk out this door, and we take the dogs out back because there's a fence. So just open the door, let the dogs out, and he'll just walk down the steps like it's no big deal. And we're like, get in the house. But he's like not afraid. It could be raining. He does not care. He's just does not care. So I wanted to keep him, but I was kind of afraid of what a cat would be. So like I'm asking my friends today, I'm like, you guys, how do you sleep with cats? Like, how do you get any sleep when because he, like, I'm his only playmate. So, and I play them all day long. He's always coming up to me, let's play. Like, he'll bite my feet, or he'll come up and bite my hand. Like, that's how he is. Like, hey lady, I want to play. Or he'll jump on me, he'll bite me. He's just always initiating play with me. So that's why I think we're going to keep this kitten I have, so he can have a playmate that's not me. So when I can't play, he can have someone that'll play if she wants to stay. Like, this has to be an agreement of all the parties. So hopefully, but I'm telling you, she keeps me up just like he used to keep me up. And she's body slamming into the enclosure. She's sitting right next to where I am on this side of the enclosure where my bed is. She can't see me, but she will sit there and meow. And then I poke my head over, and she's just looking up at me, meowing, and I'm like, shut up. But she's just like him. So I think it's gonna be great. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with two of them, but oh my god, we're waiting till she gets little, because obviously she's not even weaned yet. I'm gonna try to wean her this weekend if I have time, and we're gonna keep her till after her spay appointment. So when she would be going up for adoption is pretty much how long we're gonna keep her, to see if they bond, if they like each other, you know. So far she's litter box trained. She's doing really well, so fingers crossed. Anyway, what was the point of that? Oh, the point was I'm afraid to leave him out here in the winter because I'm afraid it's too cold. But I don't want him sleeping in the room with me because he won't let me sleep. He keeps waking me up. He attacks my feet. He came up and attacked my hair. Like, he won't leave me alone. He just won't. And I love him for it. But that's why I liked him sleeping out here all summer. Like, I used to crate him at night so I could sleep, because he is just too playful. He's just too playful. And it's okay. He's just a baby. He doesn't know, that you don't have to play every single second of the day. So I'm hoping we're going to try to do something to get this room a little bit warmer, especially when it starts snowing, so he can stay out here, because he loves being out here anyway. And I have a camera that I can look in on him, because I put all his toys on the floor, and you just see him all night just running back and forth, and he can play and it doesn't bother anybody. And then I can crate train Brianna over the winter, and then come spring, we'll see how she does with him out here, and then probably they'll both stay out here. So who knows? Anyway, that was my point. Is that a weird point? So, like, I don't know anything about cats because he's unlike any of the cats that I grew up with. But I like him very much. Okay, so do we want to look at Shawlography Clue 3? I finished. I had to do the last section twice because the first section of Clue 3, I did not count my stitches afterwards. So when I was done with the last clue, my row it didn't line up. At the end of row, the last, what did I say? My stitches didn't line up, and I had 3 extra stitches. So I had to take out that entire last part, which was a pain. And then I had to decrease. Well, one of them was an actual mistake, so I really only had 2 extra stitches, which was probably from the section before I just added 2, who knows, because with that stitch, oh my god, yeah, I make a lot of mistakes. But I did not want to redo that on account of 2 stitches, so I just made 2 decreases, and then I got the last section of clue 3 done. The day before yesterday. What day was it? I don't remember. Monday, maybe? Tuesday? I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before. So I'm all caught up, ready for Friday, today, 29th, ready for the last clue. And hopefully that doesn't take me forever, because I'd really like to... if I can dye more tonight. No, I can't, because my swatches aren't dry. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to dye all that I can tomorrow, so I can finish shawlography as soon as possible. Okay, so say goodbye if you don't want to see any spoilers for shawlography, and I'll see you see you in a couple days for the shop update. Otherwise, next week is November Dye Project, so hopefully you'll come watch that, maybe, if you're into dyeing. Probably not. Oh no, the episode after that has yet to be named. Great. I'm gonna have like one project because I'm doing the Witchling and a hat. I'm gonna have nothing to show. Maybe that'll be my shawlography will be done. Maybe? If I don't have it done next week. Okay. So say goodbye. We'll see you next week for Dye Project, okay? Okay, you ready? Okay, like for real. I love brioche. I really love brioche, but I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like 2-color brioche done flat. I hate it. I like 2-color brioche in the round because it's so much easier. But I do like how my colors lined up, because it did like my Cash Aaron one, which is black with the little bit of red showing through. Where are you? So it's black with just the red showing through. And oh my god, these cross things. Oh my god, I was like, oh no, like I have something I hate more than baubles, and it's these things. I mean, cool technique, glad I did it, but never again. Along with these, like I don't know what was worse, that or these I-cord loops. Probably these, maybe. Or the welts. No, the welts were not that bad. But I gotta tell you, after clue 2 and we had these wing sections happening on the sides, I was like, where is he going with this? But now I'm digging it. I'm really kind of excited with where he's going and where he's going. It looks like a, I don't know, this looks like a shirt top, doesn't it? And then the collar, like it just looks like a shirt, some sort of weird, like Star Trek outfit or something. I'm really excited to see where, I mean, now what we're going to have like 435, was that what it was? 435 stitches to work across now? What else is he going to have us do? Like some chevrons maybe? What do you think? We haven't done any chevrons. We haven't done any honeycombs. Well, this was kind of honeycomb. We haven't done bricks. Like, what's he gonna... I feel like he's gotta come at us with some stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not familiar with his other shawls enough to know all of his techniques, but I'm like, what else could he have up his sleeve? Like, what else could there be? I don't know. Because we got this from, like, I feel like this was from, like, the Vertices Unite, right? That's got the feeling from that. And this is, like, the slip extravaganza. I don't know what he did wedges on, because I hate short rows, so I don't look at his ones with wedges. But I don't know. I hope it's more, like, of this, like, mosaic knitting, because you know I love mosaic knitting. But I think he's going to give us some more weird textures maybe. And I'm like, is he going to make us do an I-cord bind-off? Because I feel like all of his things are I-cord bind-offs. Like, I remember seeing that, like, oh, I-cord bind-off. But he's doing I-cord sides. He's doing I-cord sides. So I've only done that once on the Nightshift. And I hope to never do it again because it took forever. And that was a two color but he does the I-cord. Now I don't know if he does it just to make an easy edge for people, because when I design, I like my edges, I like to work in a clean edge so you don't have to worry about changing your edge so it's neat looking, because I think that's one of the things that make your shawls look okay. You know, I have this debate between handcrafted and homemade, right? So nothing wrong with either, just that there is a difference between homemade and handcrafted. There's a definite difference in your artistry. It's homemade and handcrafted. There's a difference. So to me, if you are working into your pattern a nice looking edge to a shawl, that is handcrafting. That is handcrafting. So I try to do that with my shawls, to work in a nice edge on both sides, so you don't have to worry about having a nice looking edge. But I also look for stretchy edges, and I-cords are not stretchy edges. I also bought a second pack of knit blockers, because I don't know how big this is going to get, and I use all my knit blockers for my one skein shawls, so this, I probably should have more than 2 boxes, maybe, I'm not sure. But I don't think this is going to need a very aggressive block like we all know I love to do. I love that aggressive blocking. I think this, I could soak it and lay it flat, and I think it would be fine. You know, I don't think I'm going to really need to pin it or anything. Maybe the wedge part a little. But see, now I think just zhuzhing it is going to be fine. I think it's going to open up just fine once it's wet. I'm really excited to have this done and be able to wear. I read a lot about Cascade Heritage on my knitting, my sock knitting groups, which will be like, Christina, why are you in sock knitting groups? You don't even knit socks. I don't, but I want to. So I always see people complaining that Cascade Heritage pills. Now I've only used it for shawls and hats, and I've never had a pilling problem. So I'm wondering if it's the sock part of that equation, if it's the, you know, because socks take a beating, I know. So I wonder if that's what makes it pill, because I made a lot of my black hats, my black shawls are made of Cascade Heritage, because it is it's one of the softest yarns. Like, it is really, really, really soft. I love Cascade, but this is really super soft. And it's a really nice price, to be honest. It's like $11 per skein. And it's super soft, so I don't expect, it is kind of fuzzy. It is kind of fuzzy, so I could see how it would pill, but I think maybe I'm just not rough with my stuff. I'm not a very active person, so. Anyway, Shawlography, Clue 3. Super happy. Can't wait for the last one and to get this off my needles, because it has been a long month just working on this. But I will say it has been fun that you don't really get bored, and if you're at a part that you don't like, it's going to be over soon enough. And I like that I'm actually trying new techniques, because that's fun for me. I like crap like that. I like to have, learn something new. And anyway, I've had so much fun this year that I'll probably do it next year. I wish he would give us like actually, I'll probably wait until the first clue is released and I can see where it's going, because then I feel like I could pick my color, but the only thing I really don't like with this one is the color. I would have liked to make it 2-color. So I guess I could just get rid of the surprise. I could just wait, because I was looking at the Slip Stravaganza from last year and I was like, that's really nice. I would have made that, but not with all of those colors that everyone used. I would have made it with way less color. But I do like following along the video. I mean, I don't know how much of it really feels like I'm doing it with anybody else, because I don't actually know any of these people that are doing it. I mean, I'm seeing it all in my Instagram, and that's fun. But like, I'm not sure that it makes me feel like I'm in any part of a community or anything like that. So, it's not like I have a group of people and we're all doing it. So I'm not sure that I need that part of it. It certainly helps you keep motivated to want to be done before the next clue comes out. That's for sure. Maybe that's the aspect I like, doing the clue. Waiting on Friday. Oh my God, Thursday nights, it's like I'm a kid on Christmas and I can't sleep. Like I can't sleep because it's like, I'm waiting for the clue the next morning. That he usually puts out at like 4 o'clock in the morning, between 4 and 7 a.m. my time. So if I can't sleep, I just can get up and do it. Anyway, I'm done. I don't have anything else for you. So have a happy Halloween, and keep a lookout for my shop update video. Hopefully that shouldn't be too much longer from when you're watching this. And you'll get to see the colors I've got up in the shop, and hopefully we can figure out the shipping thing, because that's the thing I am not sure how to do. I'm going to say goodbye. We'll see you next week for Dye Project, which, do you have anything to show you for Dye Project? Because I just dyed black. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll go over the Witchling color that I do, and I'll go over I'm going to make a note of it right now. I'll do Witchling color, because I haven't decided on that yet. And I'll do the non-superwash that turned out horribly, and we'll see what we can learn from that, which is probably just that it wasn't yarn non-superwash. And then I'll be able to show you what I was going for. So I'll show you those for Dye Project. But the only thing that's going to get made up next month is Witchling and the hat. Take care of yourselves. See you next week. Goodbye.